Hello, Carm.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Carm just came from the kitchen, so we're
Don't
put.
bite me.
I'm sorry.
I said I smell like food. Don't
Oh
bite
no,
me.
you smell great. You don't smell. Although I heard it's pork chops.
Actually, I did spare ribs today. Spare ribs, baked potato, and salad.
Yeah. Well, St. Paul's puts out over 61,000 meals a year, and I love crunching those numbers because it, I think, gives an impact of just what we're doing here and how we're doing it. You're relatively new to St. Paul's in the kitchen.
Yes.
Tell me about that and how you happen to make it here.
Well, actually, I got a call from one of the case managers that
Okay.
they were in need, of someone to help in the kitchen.
You were running a catering business,
Yes, I
and they
still
called
have.
you.
Yep,
Okay.
I have a catering business as
Okay.
well, 13 years.
Okay.
And she called and she was like, "Well, I know you usually get paid." She was like, "But we really need the help. Would you mind coming to volunteer?" And I came, and that's what I do. It's like I love giving back to the community, so I volunteered for, I want to say, over a month
Oh my.
before I actually took the position.
Wow.
And it's like, and I'm still here
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. I
What-
love it.
What is the most difficult thing about what you do? I mean, seeing the line. I don't know. Tell me
Yeah,
what's.
actually, the cooking part, that's the easy
Yeah.
part. But trying to figure out everybody's meals, like what they can eat, if they have allergies or if they can't eat certain things because of different religious beliefs. And then with us, it's like a revolving door. We get people, they get them housed and they move out. So then we bring, other people in off the street. So it's just trying to keep up with who's allergic to what, who can't eat what. If it's like certain Ramadan, we have a guy that he can only, eat after the sun goes down. Then we have someone that's allergic to dairy. So that's just the trying part, trying to come up with neutral meals that can feed everybody
Sure.
without making the same thing over and over again.
And I know you because you're in the catering biz, so you know how to prepare large meals. But I can't even imagine. I mean, you'll get lunch, breakfast, a little breakfast, and nutritious dinner. That is almost nonstop.
Nonstop. But like I say, it's what I do. It's like I love it. The most I've cooked for at one event was 400 people at a
Okay.
wedding.
Oh.
So I'm used to making large portions.
Okay.
And then I'm also a visual person. So I like the colors and the pops.
Okay.
So I'm always using fresh vegetables and trying to get them fresh fruit as much as possible. And then some of them don't like the fruit, so I'll like hide it, in the food, like in the
Like my
meat.
grandson.
It's like, mix the apples and the applesauce in with the pork chops, and they're getting
Okay.
some apples. But it's like, yeah, that's the main thing, just trying to keep it interesting. I had one lady tell me that she had never had lamb chops in her life. And she was surprised that the first time she ever had lamb chops was in a homeless shelter. But that's because of some of the great donations that we get in. Like Costco gave us a huge donation of meat, and that's some of what they're eating today with the spare ribs.
Oh, yeah.
But they lamb chops, chicken, pork chops, fish, like just everything. So we
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
No, and I'm glad you brought up that contribution from Costco and the meat that you get, because there are a lot of businesses in the community that will support our food program here.
Yes,
Can
we
you?
have, we have a lot, like Panera Bread. They donate. We get like fresh bagels and fresh bread every day. We have Olive Garden, so like the soups that they serve, like the pasta fagioli, and they're not sending us junk. They're sending us like fresh food. We get donations from Chick-fil-A, Pizza Hut, KFC, and some of the grocery stores in the area. We get some. Then we have a couple catering companies that when they have big events, they donate to us. We just had a large donation from the Grecian Center from when they had the Greek festival, a couple weeks ago. They had all the leftovers and they donated to us. So we definitely appreciate it. We need it because we feed a lot of people.
Yeah, feed a lot of people, 3 meals,
And we also do snacks. They
Okay.
also get a snack every day.
Okay.
And then I've also incorporated on Fridays, I do a snack cart for the residents. So I
Okay.
make them treats with like different noodles and donuts and pop and fruit and bananas and yogurt, stuff like that. And I'll put it out. And it's kind of on like an honor system, and they'll just, take, what they want. It's been working out these last few weeks now that I've re-implemented it. It's been working out really well.
Yeah. When I come down and talk with the folks here, one of the things that I've heard repeatedly from the folks that we're temporarily sheltering here is that they're treated with dignity. And
Yes.
the things that you're saying to me now fall in line with that whole attitude of just treating them with a little dignity.
Yeah, because I look at it like by the grace of God, for lack of a better expression, by the grace of God, I could be on the other side of the counter receiving versus on the side giving. And nobody chooses, to be homeless. We have a guy that he was like really sick with cancer, lost his job, his car, his house, and everything. Insurance fell through, and he ended up here. Like, this wasn't his choice. He didn't ask to get cancer, and then he didn't ask to be here, but he's still a man. He's still, trying to do what he needs to do to get through this thing that we call life. So, like, ma'am, sir, how can I help you? What can I get you? It's like they're still human beings. Just because they're homeless doesn't take anything away from their humanity,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
It makes a ton of sense, and it's spot on, Carm. What's the most favorite or sought after dinner that people you think really go after?
Actually, on the breakfast side, they've been crazy about the sausage biscuits and gravy that I make them, and the shrimp and grits. Another client said they never had shrimp and grits before. She was like, I've seen it on TV and I want to try it. And she was like, this is delicious. So they love the shrimp and grits. And then like brownies. Like I make the homemade brownies for them. And then I made homemade peach cobbler for them the other day, and they tore that up. And then the smothered chicken. And at one point, everybody was like, we eat a lot of chicken. And I'm like, okay, it's a neutral meal. Like most people eat chicken, so I try to do it like all different kind of ways. But the smothered chicken is a big hit.
Yeah, wow, you're making me hungry. All right, and I want to wrap this up by just asking a final question in this sense. You're really, the kitchen is nice and clean, it's nice and orderly. You have it really like a kitchen I would be proud to hang in.
Thank you.
Yeah,
they say that kind of goes to my OCD. Like I'm always picking up something, cleaning something, wiping something. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever get somebody that expresses an interest in learning more about cooking, learning more how to cook?
Actually, a couple of our web workers that we get, the ones they come in, they have to work, for their assistant so many hours a month, and we have a new guy that's really interested. So the glaze that I put on the spare ribs today is one of the glazes I use for lamb chops.
Okay.
And so he stood there with me, and I walked him through it and taught him how to make lamb chop glaze.
Okay.
So
You can always use volunteers to help in the kitchen?
always use volunteers.
And we can always use the donations, the food donations.
Yes, thanks for all the donations that come through. We greatly appreciate it. For, like I say, the amount of people we feed, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, is like anything that you guys can donate to us, we definitely can use, and we appreciate it 110%.
Carm, I appreciate you spending some time and for all the work you do back in the kitchen. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice
it's great to
talking
talk
to
with
you.
you. All right, we're throwing it back to Joe.